All right, Shalom. For the first, I'm going to give our praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakah, Kudash Barakatam. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and to what I can across the globe. Pushing the word in truth and sincerity, I want to say Shalom. I Dianawa from the Great Millstone Campus, Chicago, with a lesson. Apostle Gabar just did a video on Charleston White some days ago. That's why it's impossible to watch every single video, man. All right, I mean, there's just so much going on. But nonetheless, he did a video on Charleston White, and I agree with Charleston White on a majority of things he said concerning the quote unquote, I'm using air quotes, the black community. All right, I do highly disregard and condemn the man for speaking out against the scriptures, against our Lord. All right. And ultimately against Yahweh Yahushai. All right. And he's been set up. All right. Let's not make no mistake about it. He's been set up. And if he keeps on doing what he's doing through the Spirit, all right, feathery ruffled, it's going to catch up with him in the end. That's not the topic of the lesson. Roughly, it's going into unbelief. All right. Being not having any faith. All right, because he says, like many people say, if there is a God, prove it. And the scriptures clearly tell you that this is a work of faith. It also gives you direct understanding about the creation and about the things that are. All right, I've never seen air before. Nobody ever has taken a picture of air and said, yeah, this is air. Or this is wind. Show me the wind. All right? Nobody ever took a picture or took a flame and weighed it. You see? Yeah, we know that there is wind because we see the leaves blow on the trees. We see the waves crashing against the rocks. All right, we see things blowing from one spot to another. All right, and we know anything that we can see can be measured, whether it be length or volume or mass, weight. I mean, even the things that we can't see can be measured. When you put air in your tire, what do they call it? They call it a tire pressure. All right, the PSI, pounds per square inch. How much weight are you putting into your tire? Yeah, you don't see no air going into the tire, man. Yeah, you know that air is actually inflating the rubber, which increases the amount of mass in it that allows you to move forward, man. All right. See, these things are made plain to the simple, but the wicked won't understand. All right? So Apostle Gabar Shlaka had going to a very, very in-depth and directly and clearly, as the apostles do, you know, for it to be explained and understood. But all men not have faith. All Israel is not that of Israel, man. Okay, so I want to, matter of fact, this, you know, I'm gonna get this. I got my pen. Lord, will I be able to remember it? Hebrews 11:1. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. For by it the elders obtained a good report. Okay? See, for faith is the evidence of things not seen. So we don't see air, but we believe that without air we're going to suffocate. All right? All things don't have to be proven. It's just evident that they are there. Okay? Try holding your breath underwater for longer than 5 minutes and see if you don't die. You see, there are things that are done by the glory and the mystery and the power of the Lord that you're not gonna be able to comprehend. You see, no matter how many books you read or publish or research, there are things that they're not gonna be able to be searched out. Esau had not conquered the world in such that he can, in such that the boundaries that he came past, man. He hasn't explored every rainforest, every inch of the earth, as he likes to proudly boast. He hasn't gone to the depths of the seas, man. Right? The world is way bigger than what they tell you, man. You see? Matter of fact, let's get this real quick. Let's prove something, right? Let's say prove all things. How much does the earth weigh? All right. Says the exact weight of the earth. It says Earth isn't even close to being the largest planet in our solar system. There's also no lightweight, weighing in at a whopping 13,170 billion trillion pounds. Now, when we weigh things, we put things on a scale, right? The scriptures say by just weights and measures, right? But you mean to tell me that there's a scale that can weigh 13,170 billion trillion pounds, man? I would like to see that scale. You see? You can't prove that the earth weighs that much, but we know it's a lot because how big it is. You see? All right? Slakia. So now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, for by it the elders obtain a good report. So through faith we understand that the world were framed by the words of the Most High, so that the things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. Right? The world is made up of elements. That's why you have the periodic chart, the periodic table. Right? You don't see lithium and all these gases. All right? But you know that these minerals, these metals, are important to the makeup, all right, of the rocks, of the wood, of the aluminum, of the metals. You see, there are things that we don't see. You go to I'm not going to get into it, but Genesis the first chapter talks about how the world was void without light. He said, "Let there be light." You see, the light was the ignition of the elements. That's why we look under the microscope, you see an aura around the elements, man. You see? You don't see these things. Yet these things make up the very being of things that you do see. The molecules and the protons and the neutrons, the electrons. You see? These things were made to create the things that you do see. The mountains, the water, the air, the brick, the mud. You see, everything has a beginning. Everything comes from the earth. You see, these things what people don't understand. All right. Through faith, we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High, so that the things that are seen were not made of things which do appear. Right? Because the things that we see were made by invisible things. All right? By faith, Abel offered unto the Most High more excellent sacrifices that came by which he obtained witness that he was righteous. The power testifying of his gifts, and by it being dead yet speaketh. All right. The point was that the things that we see were made by the things that we don't see, man. Here we are. We're looking at wood, right? You're in the house. You're looking at wood. You're looking at your house. And all you see is wood. But in that wood, there's a tree. It came from a tree, and there's certain things that are in the wood that makes it wood. Yeah, you don't see those things, but you see the results of what those things have made. All right? John 20, no, we'll get that later. This is Romans 1:20. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. All right? Now, when you were born, now if you go, and this all goes back to Genesis, the first chapter. All right? The Lord created everything, created things before you put man on the earth. So when man got here, paradise was already laid. Paradise was already established. Paradise already had things ready for production for man's consumption. He didn't put man here, then created food for him. All right, when he put man here, he had the fruits of the garden, man. All right, he had the plants, he had the herbs, he had the animals, he had the mountains. You see? So when you were born, the same as likewise, man. Okay? When you were born, you grow up not knowing much, but when you start to understand and to explore the world, all right, you was already breathing air. You was getting washed up in a little baby tub and experiencing water. The water was here. The trees were here. The mountains were here. The animals were here. All right? This is proof that somebody had to make these things. All right? And it had to be a power above any that they have done these things. Man cannot create a tree. You can clone a tree. You can grow a tree from its seeds, but you cannot make a tree. Show me a man that can make a seed and have it produce what the Lord has produced. It cannot happen. All right? So the fact that the things that are here that we see have been created before our time, which have been made for our use, to give glory to Yahweh Shemi Shai. Imagine being born, right? And having to wait for a tree to grow until it's able to reach maturity in order for it to grow food, to get food. You see? Imagine waiting for these animals to grow from a fingerling up until we're able to consume them. You would die of starvation. You see? These things were put in place for the Lord, from the Lord, for us to survive, and for us to live, and for us to give credit to Yahweh Shemi Shai, man. All right? So you people are requiring a sign. But the sign is already here from the fact that these things are here and created by the Lord that are used for your survival. Look at this. This just came to mind. Created. Made by him. It's like it. This is John 1. Let me get to the point. John 1 and 3 is my favorite chapter. One of my favorite chapters. I'm going to start at 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with the Most High. And the Word was, the Word was the Most High. All right, who's the Word? It's Yahweh Shai. Okay, the word became flesh. All right? The same was in the beginning with the Most High. I tell you that, I believe in Song of Solomon, I believe. All right, I grew up with him, and by him I was his daily delight. My delight was in the sons of men, roughly paraphrasing. All right, Yahweh Shai always been around. All right, and it breaks it down. It says all things were made by him. Who was him? It's Yahweh Shai. All things were made by him, and without him, not anything made that was made, man. You see? All right? Yahweh Shai created these things with the help of, well, I don't want to use the word help, but with lack of a better word, help of the elect. We were with Yahweh Shai from the beginning. We helped create the mountains, the air, the oxygen, the trees, the bushes, the fish. You see? That's why Shalak Rayam to Charleston White, man. All right? Shalak Rayam, Charleston White, man. Because this man's a goddamn demon, man. All right? Let's get this. This is, all right, let's get this. This is, John 20 and 27. Then said he to Thomas, hold on. This is heavy. Shit. John 20 and 21. Then said Yahweh Shai to them again, peace be unto you, that my Father hath sent me, even so I send I you. And when he had this, he breathed on them and saith unto them, receive ye the Holy Spirit. Whosoever sins ye remit, they are remitted unto them. Whosoever sins you retain, they are retained. All right, that's why it's good to say we can judge, man. All right, the Lord gave us power. All right, to receive people or to dismiss them. Paul gave I forgot his name. Paul gave someone over to destruction, man, to Satan. We have the same authority. I've seen my own eyes. All right, the judgment of people who brothers put curses on, man. Many people have died from a brother putting curses on them, man. You see? When the man of the Lord curses you, man, it's over, man. You see? It says, but Thomas, one of the 12, called Didymus, was not with them when Yahushua came. But Thomas, one of the 12, called Didymus, the other disciples therefore said unto him, we have seen the Lord. But he said unto them, except I shall see in his hands the print of the nails, and put my finger into the print of the nail. Let me read that again. The other disciples therefore said unto him, we have seen the Lord. He said unto them, since I shall see in his hands the print of the nails, and put my finger into the print of the nails, and thrust my hand into his side, I would not believe. All right? And this is twofold too, man. All right? Because you're going to have a lot of people who are not going to believe until the chariots come. All right? You see? And that's the duality of the scriptures, man. And after 8 days, again, the disciples were within, and Thomas with them. Then came Yahushua, the doors being shut, and stood in the midst, and said, peace be unto you. Then said he to Thomas, reach hither thy finger, and behold my hands. And reach hither thy hand, and thrust it into my side. And be not faithless, but believing. All right, we got to believe these things, man. All right? And Thomas answered and said unto him, my Lord and my power. Yahushua said unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed? Blessed are they that have not seen and yet believed, man. Okay? So faith is an important factor in this walk of life, man, in this walk of the truth. All right? We don't need to be proven that the Lord is going to come down here and for us to talk to him. That's going to happen in the kingdom. Well, it's going to happen before the kingdom when he's going to come with his chariots. All right, but we're going to be able to walk in the midst of Yahweh Shemi outside, man. The men of the Lord don't need physical proof. The fact that we're in the truth and understand the scriptures proves to us that the Lord is alive. The thing that we're capable of understanding of how the world works, roughly, I come from the Spirit of the Lord. All right? We don't need further proof than that what's already given, man. All right? Let's say of the Jew require a sign, the Greek. Require 1 Corinthians 1:22. For the Jews require a sign, and Greeks seek after wisdom, man. All right? You got a lot of Jake who are Israelites going to the flesh, I guess, not the spirit. And they want tangible evidence, man. One thing, one proof, all right, to confirm certain things, I guess. The one thing requiring proof because you just don't believe. Even Doubting Thomas said, "My Lord, my God." So he believed that was the Lord. Charles Martin don't even believe that there is a Lord, man. All right? A lot of people want tangible evidence, man. But faith come by hearing. John 20, that's not it. Oh yeah, con. 1:37. I take to witness the grace of the people to come, whose little ones rejoice in gladness, and though they have not seen me with bodily eyes, yet in the spirit they believe the things that I say, man. All right, we didn't see the Lord. My friend, let's start up. Hold on. Second Ezra 1:35. Your houses will I give to a people that shall come without having heard of me, yet shall believe me. To whom I have showed no signs, yet they shall do that I have commanded them. All right, now we've seen the Lord do earthquakes and things like that, and tornadoes and hurricanes and those type of things, but we haven't seen water stand up and been separated. Okay, we haven't seen my mind's trying to blame. We haven't seen the miracles. We haven't seen of the Lord turn water to wine. Okay, we haven't seen what else, man? I'm just drawing, but we haven't seen the things that our forefathers have seen, man. Okay? But yet we still believe all the words of the scripture. I mean, we believe this doctrine. We believe the sayings of these scriptures, man. All right? And we believe and we follow them. The Lord has done many great things, man. Turning the water to blood, man. You see? There are many things that the Lord has done that we haven't seen, man. And we didn't see the chariots come down and destroy people, man. We didn't see the angel come down and smoke them 70,000 people. All right? There's things that have been done and written of that we haven't seen. We haven't seen men laying their hands on the dead and claiming the name of Yahweh Shemi outside and people being awakened, man. All right? So they have seen no prophets, yet they shall call their sins to remembrance and acknowledge them. I take to witness the grace of the people to come. The little ones rejoice in gladness, and though they have not seen me with bodily eyes, yet in spirit they believe the things that I say, man. All right? You don't need to see Yahweh Shai to believe him and to conduct ourselves according to his manner, man. All right? And these are facts, man. The elect don't need proof. They need faith. With that, matter of fact, let's get this. Hold on. That's lock it. Let's get back. Big dog. Second address. Second address 4:4 said, whereof if thou canst declare me one, I'll show thee also the way that thou desirest to see. I shall show thee from whence the wicked heart cometh. I said, tell on, my Lord. Then said he unto me, go thy way, weigh me the weight of the fire, or measure me the blast of the wind, or call me again the day that is past. You see? So we know all these things can be calculated, but yet we can't prove them. All right? I don't know how much fire weighs. Okay? I can't measure wind. I can measure how fast it blows. I can't take a yardstick or a ruler and say, hey, this wind is so many miles long. Yet I do know that it's wind, and I do know that it's blowing, and I do know that it has a beginning and an end. And there's knowledge and wisdom that is too far for us, man. See? Charles wants to lacks understanding. He's a reprobate. He's a demon, and the Lord's going to destroy his ass, man. So with that one said, call Allah, Yahweh Shai. Don't mind to see your apostle in the elderly great meal someone. That time, Shalom and a Bible bar.